and welcome to Arts of ASEAN, the show that's going to provide you all kind of interesting arts topics, including movies, paintings, plays, and music. Today we would like to present you to Daffy Yi, an artist who is passionate and totally gives his life to art. We had a chance to talk with him in Chiang Rai, a northern province of Thailand. We talk about his life, his art, and his current work as a curator in a museum. Daffy Yi studied fine art at Chinese University of Hong Kong and is a veteran award-winning publisher, art consultant and curator for more than 28 years. After moving his base to Bangkok in 1985, Yi published his first photography book, Thailand, from the air with more than 100 aerial photographs, and also the book is promotes tourism in Thailand.
I have always been interested in art ever since I was in school, especially in high school. I studied high school in Penang, and later on moved to Hong Kong with my mother, and I went to Chinese University for fine art. So when I was in high school, I was very active, and I was the chairman of the art club. And we have a big group of students who like art. And after that, I was doing something else, but I still continue very much involved with art, although not as a professional artist. I didn't think that I have the patience and work hard enough to be a professional artist. So I kind of moved towards graphic design and publishing, that sort of other activities now.
After more than 10 years of experience in art society, he created a series of ASEAN Expo exhibitions in several ASEAN countries and has since been curating art exhibitions in the region regularly. In 2008 until 2009, he created two major fine art photography shows, Photo Art Asia Expo at the Central World Bangkok to launch his Photo Art Asia magazine. This is all about experience he collected in these years.
10 Asian countries, our art are still not as developed as China and Japan, because those countries have a long history. In Korea, our history is relatively new. And art in Southeast Asia, if you look at countries that were formerly under, were former colonies of like the French in Indochina, the English in Burma, Malaysia, and Singapore, and the Dutch in Indonesia, they do have a lot of influence on contemporary art. And a country like Thailand has never been colonized by any Western power. And the art in Thailand, for example, you have some very unique Thai Buddhist art, which you don't find anywhere else in other Southeast Asian countries. Even Laos, the culture is just so close, and it is not the same. But I think ASEAN needs a lot of promotion, and we have a lot of art talent in ASEAN, and it's emerging. And there are now a lot of great artists in Southeast Asia, in ASEAN countries, that the world collectors are paying a lot of attention. There's one shortcoming. People in this part of the world, collectors tend to buy work of their own artists, their own country. I think they don't understand the other countries so much. And there are different motives in collecting art. Some collectors have a lot of money, just love art and buy art and keep it. But some buy art because they speculate. They think this piece of work will worth 100 times more 10 years down the road. So there's a different objective in collecting.
After living in the fussy Bangkok for a while, he finally decided to move to Chiang Rai in the north of Thailand. He tended to find a chance to present his art and finally met a place loaded of fine artists.
Chiang Rai is blessed with many great artists. Chalam Chai, we all know, well known, and then our great artists, national artists, Chalam Chai is also national artist, and Tawan Dachani were well known. And there are a lot of other artists that relatively unknown. And Chiang Rai is an ideal place for artists. And I published a book 2 years ago called The Best of Chiang Rai, and I featured 10 artists in the book. And I would love to see Chiang Rai as the city of art. And people come here, they know that they can see a lot of great art. And also, if possible, I would someday develop some art village, art exchange, art workshop with international artists, especially ASEAN countries. And I have already spoken to many friends in Singapore, Malaysia, and other countries about art exchange and activities like that. And the other project I'm trying to launch is, I call it Lanna Art Expo. And I want to promote Lanna artists, not just Chiang Rai, including Chiang Mai, Lampang, Lamphun, all the northern Lanna territory.
His affection in art settled within himself since he was young. And this time we have an opportunity to admire his work once he made when he was still studying.
This is one of the pieces of my still life in watercolor when I was in art school. Actually, when you start to learn fine art 101 course, you need to start drawing first, and then a lot of them are, sculptures that you just do drawing, and then later on you go on to painting. You could do watercolor, oil painting, but I prefer watercolor, so I started with watercolor, and I always do watercolor even until now. I think watercolor is more challenging because once you put the color there, you have the darker color, you cannot go back to light color anymore. Okay, after I graduated, I started to paint a series of painting using very bold brushstroke in black and very bright color. And they basically are abstract. There's no actual meaning in the work. It's just, play with line, play with color, play with composition. It had the Oriental flavor, Chinese ink, like Chinese calligraphy, and it also has the Zen element in it.
Okay.
See, these works are rather old. They were done in the early 70s, and they were all mounted on a Chinese scroll. You see, this is not abstract. This is semi-abstract. You could tell there's a sun, there's a reflection of the sun, and you could tell that it's a palm tree, and you could tell some houses there. And that is the horizon line of the water. So this is quite straightforward. It's a little semi-abstract, it's not really abstract. And believe it or not, I did it in 5 minutes. You can see this is very quick, and all the strokes are very confident. You have to have, confidence to paint them.
As a curator, it is extremely necessary for one to deeply understand art and can truly appreciate it then, so one can express those knowledge and feelings to audience letters.
A good curator must know art, definitely. And if he had background in art, it's even better. My background in art, of course, is I study fine art, and also I publish book on art. Curator's job is not easy because besides, when you talk about promoting an artist, you have to be able to identify his work. He might have, for example, the show that I have curated last week and this week, and in the Robinson show, it's all fine art, and I selected all the work. Again, this evening we have another opening at Le Méridien Chiang Rai Resort, and this was all 30 pieces, and I'm the one who selected them because the artists have taken so many, from his collection. If there are more curators in Thailand, art will be more for the public, and art should be for all, not just for the exclusive millionaire who can collect. That's why we have a show in department store sometimes. Some artists don't like it. They think department store is not the right place to show art. But then if you want art to be popular, then you need to have places like public museum, public art gallery, national art gallery, commercial gallery too. Of course, anybody can walk in there.
Next, we will still be in Chiang Rai to attend an exhibition, People of Mekong, an art exhibition telling story about ethnic of the people who is living around the Mekong area. And for the next break, we are going to attend an event of Faculty of Communication Arts, Silapakon University. Those students are going to present their final projects of what they have learned through years.